harder if the rivalry does restart down the road to keep it to mean something?
I think with it's revisited often with people in the state of Missouri and within our department. I mean, they know the meaning of that rivalry. I'm sure it will be long if it comes back. Guys understand the importance of it. Historically, kind of what it means to our university to understand.
Very, I guess the first question a lot of people want to know with the defensive line situation, is 3-4 something you look at all?
Well, I think you've got to, especially just like we did in spring ball, just like we're doing now, we're going to look at a lot of different schematic things, just like Steg did before. I mean, you always vary some of the things you're doing, but there will be, it's our job as coaches to get the best 11 guys on the field, find out what they do best, and then put them in position and build a defense around them. At that point, there'll be a 4-3, there'll be a 3-4. If it works, it'll be a 10-1. So we're going to keep working, and we've got a great group of coaches that makes it fun to come to work every day, and guys that are willing to learn and willing workers. Kind of focus on it.
What are the differences from your point of view and what you need to successfully run, one of those versus the other?
Well, I think again, you look at what each player can do. You don't want to ask Josh or Gustin to do something that's not really within his skill set. So that falls back on us, and we've got to coach them. We got to get them better every day, and whatever scheme that fits us best. And I think every college across the country is going to be pretty multiple at the end of the day. And we've had some success previously, doing some different things at my previous job. And Mizzou's done some things over the last 2 or 3 years that they didn't look like a traditional 4-3 team at times. But we've got to be creative enough that we put our guys in position to be their best.
You knew you weren't going to have Shane or Marcus when you took the job, but between Loud and then up till when Harold got hurt, I mean, how much did you have to change what you thought you might be doing?
Yeah, the roster, roster management changes, as you build it, and you never, you think as soon as you relax, you think, well, I've got things kind of set in place, and it works that way. So I wasn't ever naive enough to think that, we're going to go into it. I mean, it could happen week 1, practice number 2. So you're always moving and thinking and trying to put pieces together to make it fit.
Is Harold still important in meetings and stuff like that? Do you think he can help some of these guys even though he's not playing?
Well, just when he enters the room, he has a presence even still, and he does on the field. In our meeting rooms, he's awesome. He's a very, very important part of what we're doing defensively and team-wise.
Do you feel like Trump, I don't know if he's a walk-on, right? Does he have any relation to you? Just making sure I get my stories right at all.
If he practices well, we're related. If not, no, I don't have anything to do with the kid.
Can you talk
He's
what do you think about him?
Kid from Northeast Missouri. He is. There is some. We've had dinner together at a family reunion. So there's a good kid working hard, just like everybody else in the program.
What does that walk-on program do for you guys?
If you look historically, Mizzou has had a really good walk-on program. If you start with guys like Colin Brown and Tommy Saunders and on down the list, I mean, there's guys that played on Sundays that came in here as a walk-on. So, the great thing about Coach Pinkel's program, one of the great things, everybody is treated exactly the same, and whether you're a first-year walk-on or a fifth-year starter, you got the same clothes in your locker room, you eat the same meal, you're coached the same way, and guys develop in Pat Ivy's system, and you never know. You just keep working with a guy, you never know when it's going to click, and he becomes a really good player.
Do you feel like you have the guys right now to do what you want with the 3-4, or is it a couple recruiting classes away, or just
we got it's our job to coach them and get them into that position. I mean, if you talk to any coach, I mean, you eventually you're going to recruit what fits. Number one, culturally fits your program, and then you fit guys in to where you think they can play. So, it's our job to coach them and get them in position to play what is best for us. So, we've got 28 days before our first game, and we need to work really hard all 28.
If I've got the years right, you played a year or two with Justin in college. How about having a guy of his stature walking around the practice?
It's pretty awesome. He's a very good friend, and we've stayed in close contact, and when I knew he was finishing up out there and moving back, we've been together, a couple of different evenings and kind of talked through, the future, and he just wants to be involved and help Mizzou, and that's pretty awesome. He wants this place to have success, and he wants to do anything he can to help us. So, there's limitations rule-wise on what he can do, but he's been in the battle, so to speak. It's pretty good.
He left a year early. Did you check his eligibility?
I've already been through that. Yeah, this first call was like, let's get him back. So I couldn't get this one.
With Kentrell, what do you feel like his biggest strengths are, in his game when he gets on the field?
He's played a lot of snaps, experience, and I would never trade experience for anything. He practices well. He's got a good feel for his position and his responsibilities. He and I talk all the time about taking it to the next level, his game, and getting better. And that has to come through repetition and through practice and through working hard and how we practice every day.
Do you feel like is he more natural against the pass, against the run, or is he a little bit?
He does. He was 242 pounds and holds up well in the box. There's some things that we ask him to do, rushing the passer and in pass coverage. And I'm excited about his versatility on the way he can kind of open up the things that position does.
Do you think he has the ability to play outside in that before he decide to use that?
Well, I think he'll be lined up on the outside in the 4-3 also. So he's an overhang player. Versus spread formation is where he lines up anyway. So there's not a lot of holes. So for those guys, things don't change.
You feel the added pressure, going back to your alma mater, obviously, you're that big league, feeling added pressure with that?
I don't know if it's added pressure. I always have pressure. If you ever feel comfortable, that's not a good thing. So I have a huge responsibility, and just like I did the last 3 years on coordinating the defense, I've got a tremendous responsibility, not only to this the defensive unit, this football program, this university. Added pressure, no, but I mean it's my responsibility that things are done right. And there's a lot of people that have invested a lot of time and energy and sweat equity into this place long before me, and I want them to be proud of the product.
Coach, what does Phil bring to your program, and how is he kind of able to help your defense?
Yeah, he's a guy that has played in Coach Pinkel's system. He's been in this program, which always helps. He knows how the meetings are supposed to be run. He knows the way that the tempo of the practice situations. He's a smart football coach. He's got a good football mind, and he's coached. And, at the high school level. So there's a lot of guys that are players that wouldn't make good coach. Just because you play football doesn't make you a great coach or a good coach. But Phil understands the entire 11 positions on defense. He understands his role, and he understands what we need from that to make us better. I'm excited he's here.
How have you seen Kenya Dennis develop in the offseason?
He's a guy physically that can do a lot of things. I mean, he's got great cover skills. He's good against the run. He plays tough and physical, but he's a smart player. I think his understanding of the system and the scheme have grown since January 4th. Cornell's done a great job coaching him and bringing him on. Junior college guys, their window is pretty short, and Coach Ford's done a great job on bringing him along and getting him in the position that he is today.
What do you think his potential is? Is there a way that you could describe that?
Kenya's, no, I think if he continues to work and progress, he could be. If he is his best and continues to do that, I think he could be one of the best ones around. He's a solid player.
What do you think? It seems like people are sleeping on Kenya Arion a little bit this year. What do you think that is?
I wouldn't know that.
Well, like they didn't get any preseason All SEC on or something.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys that didn't. I mean, it's, they've got to step up and work every day. That's our big deal. I just want to work every day and roll our sleeves up, keep our heads down, don't worry about all this stuff out there, and let's go get better and see where that takes us.
Yeah, how comfortable do you feel with having those two guys, and then guys like Logan and John as your backups on the outside?
Yeah, they've got it's a good starting point for us. No question about that. They've got a skill set that provides us to do some different things at that position. And through 2 days, they've practiced hard. And kind of picked it up from where we left off in the spring. And I want them to have a really good practice number 3.
Can you give me any early impression on Terry Beckner Jr. and maybe what are you guys getting any kind of clarity on what his role might be with this team?
He's a young guy that's learning out how to stretch and how to get taped in the morning and how to do weigh-in and where the dining hall is, just like every other freshman. But the urgency we have as coaches to get guys ready to play is as high as it is every other year. And we've got to sort those things out and just coach them like those are the guys that are going to be playing on Saturday. And then on down the line, we'll make decisions whether or not they're ready or not.
Perez Hall being on the depth, I mean, is that indication he's maybe a bit ahead of the rest, or is that, am I reading too much?
I think they're all the freshmen are on the depth at the bottom of their position. So I think Perez is a 4, and there's nobody below him. So he's at the bottom and working his way up. So just kind of by position who's there.
Does the amount of experience that you guys have in the secondary allow you to do some things that are a little bit different and more creative up front?
Well, if you're sound, I mean, experience is great. I've said before, I wouldn't trade it for anything. Good. Those guys have got to be fundamentally sound, and they've got to show that they're going to play within themselves, within the scheme, within the call. And if you're able to match up saying things on the back end, then you can possibly do some other things up front. So let's keep building it. See where it goes.
I know he worked mostly with basketball. Memphis is going to work mostly with basketball here. Just what are your experiences like? Brent Baker is kind of bringing
He's a guy that I developed a close relationship with. We worked very closely together in Memphis. He did great things for that program, for that athletic department. He's a very good people's person. He works extremely hard. He sees the big picture. He will be a great representative of our athletic program. And I think people will be anxious to meet him and get to know him. He's a good people's person and very, very competitive.
Barry, you might have addressed this, but when you have unexpected losses during the middle of the summer, I mean, too late to kind of scrap things.
Well,
and how do you
I did
adjust?
talk about it a little bit earlier today, and it's just you never think, if you look at the depth, yeah, this is set, let's roll. You kind of always play the what if game a little bit on, well, what if in practice 2 somebody turned their ankle and he's out for a little bit, how are we going to plug this in? So we have done some of that over the course of the summer and forced to do it a little bit quicker. So not a complete surprise. It's the roster is what it is, and it's our job to get those guys ready to go.
Got time for a couple more.
Is that a challenge as coaches that you kind of relish or enjoy?
I
mean, it's like a puzzle.
absolutely love building a defensive football team. I mean, it's awesome. If you get to whatever the pieces are, that's our job to find a spot and put those guys in position. And Monday is our big game plan day during the week, during the season, and I absolutely love waking up and putting that plan in place. And then it's hopefully you're good enough and coached well enough, and you put guys in position that those battles win. But absolutely, that's an awesome part.
What's Josh Augustus? What's his kind of conditioning level like right now? Is he at a place?
Well, I think number of we're all coming out of the summer, guys. And we have a conditioning test that guys either make or don't make, and I believe we're 100% on that, making it. So that's a good thing. And we all have full trust in the development of all of our guys. And just because Josh is a large human, he's always looked at as was he in shape or out of shape. Well, I know in 11 on 11 and all those drills, he didn't miss a rep when he was going. So, is anybody in shape to go play with the urgency that it's going to take to play against SEMO right now? I wouldn't. We've got 29 days. I said 28 earlier. We got 29 days to get ready in every aspect. And that's a building process for everybody.
He is a large.
All right, guys, give him a shot. Thanks.